Okay, in this example, it says we have a 12 volt battery. So we start off with our voltage source, and we say it's 12 volts. We know that it is connected to a resistor, and we just happen to know that resistor has a value of 5 ohms. We want to know what is the power that is dissipated at that resistor. So our given information is, we know the voltage is equal to 12 volts. We know that the resistance is equal to 5 ohms. We know there's got to be some sort of electrical current in order for this to work, but we don't really care what it is in this particular question. We know we are trying to solve for the power that is produced, and that should be in watts. The principle that's involved here, we're talking about electric power. So the formula is going to be P equals IV. But if you notice, I have V and I have R, so that doesn't really work in this particular case. So if I have V and R, what does it actually allow me to find? You should know that you can use Ohm's law and you can solve for the current. So that's what I'm going to do in this case. I'm going to say V equals IR, and then what I can say is 12 equals I times 5. And when I do that, I take 12 and I divide it by 5, and I get the current as 2.4 amps. That now becomes a piece of my given information. I equals 2.4 amps. So now once I've done that, this R value now becomes irrelevant. It's not really irrelevant because, I had to use it in order to get where I want to go, but for the purposes of where I am now, it's now irrelevant. So I can now say P equals IV, or 2.4 times 12 gives me a power of 28.8 watts, which is electric power, which is what I was trying to find, so we can check off that last box.